A Christian man's growth into manhood involves the development of 4 areas. Principal, pastor, protector, provider. Society divides these disciplines under physical prowess and stewardship, moral integrity, emotional resilience, and relational faithfulness. These New Age phrases don't serve to clarify the development of boys into men that can further our civilization. They only hide the pillars on which strong nations are built. Most young men have an image of the perfect man in their minds, a hero. It should be your father and grandfathers, possibly even your uncles, or include men from history or fiction. These Ubermen, as described by Friedrich Nietzsche, spin tales of conquering the devils of their day before the young men of the next, inspiring them to find and face the mortal enemies reborn of their forefathers. We turn their adversaries into our boogeymen, using the defeated evils of our shared past to inoculate the future. Imago Dei is a Latin phrase that translates to the image of God. This concept is expressed in Genesis that we are created in the image of God, with value and station different from other creatures. Like God, we can know compassion, take actions of our own choice in time, and we are constants, us, and constantly changing, him and being consistently unchanging. Yet both are constant. The Uberman and the Imago Dei are representations of man perfected for the God they serve. On the surface, it almost appears that one could be birthed from the other. However, these two brothers are cursed to be in enmity with each other because of their separate masters. The current social trends place the Uberwoman at the apex of the Nietzschean hierarchy, above the now emasculated Uberman. Feminism has declared the Uberwoman to have all the abilities of the Uberman without the hindrances of responsibility, accountability, or legacy for her actions. She is a superwoman who does just not need a man. She must be recognized for her greatness above the limits of manhood, the pinnacle of womanhood. Thus, the best Uberman is one who has rejected every image of God and of man, for her delusions of needlessness and vainglory, an overpowered omni-impotent simp, who follows his superpowered attention whore into progressive hells of their own creation. There is no depravity, consumption, or predation he won't submit to, in order to keep his image of superiority, and the Uberwoman that binds him. These hells are as tormenting as any in the Bible, while they are as varied as the snowflakes that melt every spring. By casting away divine grace for will to power, the Superman is left in a state of perpetual and permanent paradox. Both ideologies admit that man's failing and falling are continual portions of his very nature. But the Uberman must then deny his own very human ability to utterly deceive himself and fail, in order to elevate himself to rule himself and others. This puts him in lasting enmity and strife with anyone external to him or herself, because the reason of the earth must be respected above all. The exchange of eternal perfection for eternal recurrence locks the supposedly free Ubermen into a prison of their own ego, the drive to excel against one's own strengths and boundaries, while exposing others' weakness is as engorging as any steroid and addictive as any drug. The Uberwoman is seduced even further by the serpent of achievement and status, its venom the chosen elixir of life. No man may approach her that does not have its stench on his lips, and none of them can stay because they can bring neither to her. Every relationship is a star-crossed disaster waiting to unfold. Every lover, a set of lies that must be told. The life of any Uber being is bound to this drudgery of recurrence, bound with oblivion at both ends. His life is defined by the evils he allowed, hers defined by the evils she sought out, while the world suffers the predation of their wicked offspring and plans.